This week on Big, Frank challenges the team with a beast of a build
Holy cow.
and brings in a ringer to ensure success.
I'll get to be a real prima donna.
But will they get it done in time? Or is this build more bark than bite?
This is the claw.
The claw game. It's been around for 100 years. And what started out as a simple hand crank game of skill has gone high tech.
These machines have really become high tech. So this is gonna be a pretty tough build. There's no world record for a claw machine, but I'm gonna establish one that's almost impossible to beat. My game's gonna be about 20 feet tall. This is a complicated machine. It's all controlled by a single joystick that triggers sensors, which send electrical pulses to a trolley system that moves forward and back and side to side. The claw is lowered by a button on the same joystick. The claw is extended, it automatically closes. And if you're lucky, it will deliver and drop your prize down the chute. This build's gonna get quite complicated, so I had to call a friend of mine. He's an expert. Jim, get out here! Yeah. Thanks so much for coming, Jim. I
Good to be
appreciate
here,
it.
Frank. Hope I can help.
I'm so glad you could make it.
Well, it's great to be here. So it looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so what you been doing with yourself these days?
Well, I'm retired,
Okay, well,
but I still monkey with these cranes a little bit.
Jim Roller is an authority on claw games. He's been operating, designing, and restoring these machines for more than 40 years.
I know enough. I think I can help you with it. Yeah, right.
Well, you know, I like things big. I'm looking at 18 to 19
Oh,
feet
yeah.
big.
Oh, that's great.
All right, guys. Oh, no.
Day one, and this record-setting build starts with the fabrication of the big frame for their big game. Lisa and Jim chop 4x4 steel that will be the skeleton for this beast. The pieces of steel are clamped into position to ensure a good fit. When you're building big, the measurements must be precise.
What we're doing is we're taking our time to lay this thing out, make sure everything's perfect and parallel. Take a few minutes now, make sure it's straight and right. So this is one side of the machine. When it's done, I will build the other side on top of it so they're exactly the same. Then we'll space those apart and we'll put the front and back in between. If we don't make sure that this thing is exactly square from the very beginning, we'll either get something where we have sort of a rack diamond that'll rock back and forth, or we'll end up building a whole spiral. Either one of those we don't want to have to deal with. We want a nice straight column. So it's important that this is right on the money.
We're trying to get our two frames parallel into a box. And what we do is we measure from one corner to the other diagonally and then the opposite way. Because if those two measurements are the same, it means that the angles on the corner are the same, and that means that the box is square.
Well, at this point, our progress is actually pretty good. This frame is almost together. My goal for today has been to have it standing with all the metal on it. And that looks like that's gonna happen maybe before dinner. We're doing really well.
I worked my way up to a big one now. It's the biggest it'll ever be, probably, right? And it's gonna work properly. It's gonna grab toys out of there and everything, and that That's probably going to be the end of my crane career, right there, building this big, giant crane.
Jim Roller, a man with a laid-back Southern drawl and a lifetime of claw game experience. Jim has a long and colorful career that started at a young age.
When I was 14 years old, I left town with the carnival, and I was just so proud I was a man. I went and helped take down one of those big greasy rides, and I'm sitting there, and an old carnival guy said, "Son, you better go on home." And he thought I lived right there in that town. I was about 300 miles away from home, and I wanted to stretch it, so I said, "Oh, I can't go home. I'm 500 miles away from home." And he said, "Son, if I had a home and it was 1,000 miles from here, I'd go to it."
I'm pretty excited about this build. This claw machine's been my nemesis since I was a kid. I could never win in it. I've never won a stuffed animal. I never won anything out of this machine. You piece of... And then we got Jim Roller.
Holy moly.
He's gonna give me some secrets.
Because there's nothing to get a hold of there.
Because he knows them. I know he knows them. And I'm gonna get him out of them.
Yeah.
At the end of this build, in 5 days, I'm gonna be loaded with big stuffed animals. The trick of the claw
The
game.
skill of it, if you develop the skill, is to get those teeth as far around that animal as you can before the coil starts pulling. Pressure, the strength.
Are you maybe shaking it too much, or?
No, I don't think so, because see, you can use that. A good player will use that, and they'll bump it, and they'll hit it, and they'll use it to turn that claw to get it where they want it. You know, see, now if that teeth has been down here.
Oh, I see how you moved it, though. Why don't you try it one more time? I've never won in 28 years.
Yeah, but you're going to. The time is drawing near. The time is drawing near. That's going to drop out, I imagine, when it hits here and jerks. Maybe not. That's going to go.
You want your doggy?
Yeah, no.
You want your doggy?
No, I tell you what,
Here.
I like for you to
Here,
have that,
take
but
my-
I know
Oh.
it'll hurt your pride.
Here. Here. Oh, that's it, yeah. Here, have a dog, too.
Thank you, Frank. He's cuter, though.
I didn't win him.
Yeah, but I like yours better anyways.
But I didn't win either one of them.
This is for you, Frank.
When it comes down to like a crane operator or a backhoe operator or something like that, they'd probably have some of the skills I need. They'd be pretty good at this, basically,
They'd
right?
probably develop that skill quicker at less cost.
Right now, I'm headed over to one of the largest scrap yards in the world. My buddy Dan works there, and he's going to show me how to operate the huge claw. I'm talking really big.
That's big.
Dan, you know I'm here. I have to learn how the claw works.
No problem. Matter of fact, I'll even show you how.
Well, let's go. Let's do it. That was a heck of a climb up here.
Yeah, it's pretty rough sometimes.
Yeah, how much every one of these things worth?
$800,000 to $1 million.
Yeah, you think they'd have an elevator, huh?
Yeah, really.
This is like the ultimate remote control game machine. It doesn't run by quarters, does it?
We wish it did, yeah.
So what's the secret to winning with this?
I mean, the secret to winning with this is sitting in the seat of this thing and operating it day after day.
I got it.
Ah, now you got him. Keep it cool to you. Keep it cool to you. Now swing with your left. Now hit the right one real fast. Push it. Push it.
This one?
Yeah.
Why you like this? Man, this is big! I want one of these! Can I do it again? All right.
Back at the shop, CJ starts the claw fabrication. He uses a wooden template for a guide and plasma cuts the claw out of 1/4-inch aluminum. The pieces will be bolted together to create a 3-time claw. Each claw piece needs to be smoothed and shaped identically before they can be drilled and assembled. With over 15 years of pneumatics experience, Eric is responsible for giving the Big Claw a big bite.
I'm going to take the designs that they made of the claw, try and mix that design with my design, take the things that I ordered for the pneumatics and work those two things together to make them work and see if I can get the claw working.
The giant claw will get its gripping power from a pneumatic cylinder. When the cylinder pushes out, the claw will open, and when the cylinder pulls in, the claw closes.
What I'm doing is lining up all these portholes. These two would be the air inlet and air outport. As I put air in here and place air into it, this cylinder here will stretch downward and air will blow out of that hole. When I blow air into this hole, air will blow out of that hole and the cylinder will go in. I'm making the actual 3 tabs that are necessary to hang on to the 3 claws that are coming down. These tabs are coming off of the actual stroke of the cylinder. Right now we're getting them set up there, being it's aluminum and it gets real hot, it's gonna pull, so I'm getting them all so they're not gonna move, and then have Lisa just do a nice good weld on them. We could actually probably put this on here now. The claws connect through the 2 holes here on the bottom. Hopefully everything should go on all right. And then we got 3 of them to do. Once the 3 are done, the claw will come together slowly. There you have a claw. We got a little tab here that we need to connect to the top where it's going to hang from.
I think the claw looks great. The claw looks really great. That is why. Polish up it and look terrific. No, I think it's going to work just fine too.
This is the actual piece that goes around the cylinder, and it needs to line up in order for it to work. If it doesn't line up, then we're kind of screwed. I guess that's a lineup. So right now we're gonna have Lisa finish the welding and make sure everything goes all right.
The claw, and it will grab you. He's along with the claw.
It's rough. You gotta hold it back because at times it just like it reaches onto your head.
Next on Big.
Eric and the Claw go toe-to-toe. Who will win?
The sun rises on a new day, and the team gets right to work.
Hey, guys! What do you say we lift this thing up?
The height and weight of this monster will push the limits of the forklift's lifting capabilities.
All right, what I'm gonna do is lift it up. It's gonna go that way.
Yes.
And I've got it strapped so that it won't go flying over.
Okay.
Let's see if you control it on the way down.
Is there anything we can do? Probably not.
Starts falling, get out of the way.
Because the front's heavy.
6 inches, and there she is.
Yep, now it looks big.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, this is great.
This is a big structure. If it falls on you, it will hurt. That right there is a big geek. I'd like to talk to you about big things. If you're gonna go, go big. If you can't do it big, don't go at all.
What this big beast needs before it is crowned the King Kong of games is a gantry system that will move the claw.
The gantry world. There's a lot of little mechanical parts that one day will fit together. And that day would be today. or maybe tomorrow.
The gantry system is comprised of a frame and 2 separate trolleys. When the system is completed, the team can attach the claw. With over 150 individual parts to assemble and 2 different moving trolleys to fabricate, the gantry system will have 2 separate trolleys. Both will be powered by electric motors.
They're gonna be on here, and they're V-groove wheels, so they look like this.
Yeah. You're gonna build them or you already got them?
We're gonna cut them.
Yeah, right. So can you make me a cut list for those parts?
Yeah,
And I'll just
you
go.
got it.
Maybe if I measure twice and cut once, it'll be all right.
Jim and CJ begin by fabricating an 8-foot by 10-foot frame that will serve as a trolley track.
These are the tracks for the gantry. So what we've got is this angled edge and wheels that have the same shape cutout. So that's going to keep everything aligned so everything runs nice and straight.
The 2 trolleys riding on the gantry track are required to move in opposite directions. One trolley moves from side to side. The other moves front to back and is also responsible for lowering and raising the claw. The different directional movement happens on what is called the XYZ axis.
I don't see any problem with this box getting completed, but the gantry, there's a lot of wiring to do. I'm a little worried that it's only getting started today. You know, I don't know CJ's abilities. He might be able to pull this out of a hat and make it work, but we'll see how he works under pressure. That's a little bit hot.
Great.
What I'm trying to do now is just get everything spaced correctly and aligned correctly. And then once that's happening, it should roll.
My friend Eric, he's a teacher over at the Otis School of Design. He teaches future toy makers, and he's also got a class on the claw game. I'm gonna take that class and get some inside info.
Okay, class, welcome to Claw Class 101. Just so we all know, our friend Frank Payne is joining us today. 100 years ago, somebody did something really right. If you're on the top of your game, you probably design a toy or a game that's good for, what, 3 years? Okay, if you do that, that's a pretty good toy, pretty good game. This game's been around for 100 years. What did he do right?
That there's an elegance and a simplicity of the game too, then, that people enjoy, that they don't have to think too much and there's not too much going on, that they can just go up to it, move the thing, hit the button, and it goes.
If you're willing to pump a few quarters inside, I don't think there's a Crane game that is absolutely unbeatable. Sort of look at the typical kind of things that are coming out of the machine. You need to use the experience of your failures to learn, okay, well, you know, maybe the guy laying down is probably easier for the claw to grab than the guy picking up. Crane game, game of skill or game of chance? What do you think?
Skill.
Why?
Because you're in control of the claw, and it's up to you whether or not you place it in the right place to get it in the winning position.
What do you think? Skill or chance?
I agree with both of them. I think it's a game of skill. It starts off as chance, but you have an overwhelming need for control when you play the game. When you play the claw game, you only have control up to a certain extent. You know, you can only move it so far before it's completely on its own, and that would drive anybody crazy.
I've been looking at the game as my enemy. Instead of a game like this, I should look at it as my partner, maybe an extension of me.
Having never achieved any success inside the Crane game at all, I hope you've learned something today, and when you really attack this 20-foot crane of your own, we're expecting great things out of you.
The shop is buzzing. Gadget lays in the plywood flooring. He uses a shear to cut the aluminum sheets that will sheath the machine. To bend the sheets at the correct angle, he uses the box brake, named for its ability to bend and angle metal into a perfect box.
That's what that'll look like.
I just want to test it. At least hold it up, and then I can test it. I need that air hose. The pressure pulls it down, so let's let it sit down real quick. When it goes like this, it's going to stay open. It can hold it, but...
I think it's a snapper.
The apple is dented.
It works. It's cool. This is called a leverage or a cantilever system. When this pushes down, if this is pushing out, and it's 100 pounds, it takes 100 pounds to push that down to lift this up. It's actually taking about 400 pounds to do this. It's 4 times the amount because the ends, you're pushing here to get that to move. So the way it works is like this. It's how fast you can get the air to go from right there to right there. It doesn't mean a difference about anything. This compressor can push 50 pounds and I can make that thing jump off the ground. Here, we're at max pressure. Let's see what we got. As you can see, it snapped closed really fast and opened really fast, and we really don't want that. So I'm actually adding a unit, it's called a speed control, different than a regulator. A regulator will regulate the amount of pressure that you're putting through the airlines. A speed control will slow the speed of the air of how fast it flows through. Same amount of pressure, but how fast. So we can get the arm to slowly go or slowly open. It's like, ow, something's burning.
Next on Big, with only 2 days left, the team finds themselves behind the 8 ball.
Everybody's waiting, so here goes.
The claw.
It's day 4 of the 5-day build, and the team is behind.
We're more than a little behind. We're about a day behind, a full day. The gantry should have been built. It's not. They're having a hard, I mean, not a hard time, just a lot of work, I guess. But today, that gantry, it'll be up. And if it's not up, then it's somebody else has to answer to that.
The gantry system is still incomplete. The electric motors need to be mounted, and the belt drive system needs to be attached.
All right, what's next?
Thanks for helping me out.
Yeah, cool.
Appreciate it.
I like it. Okay, now I'm ready to go. I got you.
Scoot that
No
in.
problem.
Watch guys.
Our mistress of metal, Lisa Lejeune, scorches the shop with her welding prowess.
Working on finalizing all this stuff right now so we can get it all put together and running. This motor is the motor that moves the claw from side to side.
Trolley and the gantry that we're finishing up now is run by long stationary belts, and then the motors have like a gear head on them, and it travels along this belt. Well, the belt will run across the gear head, but it needs it goes through 2 wheels here and up over it and then back out here, and that keeps the tension on it, so it's a positive drive.
The belt drive is connected, and the moment of truth arrives.
I just took my wires on here just to see how fast it goes, whether it works. This is like the first test of
We're waiting with
gantry
bated breath.
mechanism. Everybody's waiting. So here goes.
Good speed.
Big relief, thanks. Big relief. I was hoping it'd be ready to install tonight, but it's getting there.
With the gantry system rolling, our expert builder grabs the responsibility of fabricating the joystick.
Well, I stuck my neck out and made a little suggestion about this joystick, because there's nobody working on a joystick. I promised them to hand them a joystick assembly here before too long. Okay, come back a little bit and I'll show you a joystick.
A ball joint is welded to the back plate. It's called a Heim's joint, and it allows the joystick to pivot in a circular motion.
On the finished deal, this will be the base, and the joystick will be here to scale with the big red button that drops the claw. What I'm working on is on the bottom side, we got to have the switching that sends a signal up to the trolley, right or left, forward or back. And that'll be, so I'm working on it kind of upside down here, getting ready to put the switches, the 4 switches that control the 4 movements. Then gadgets on the milling machine, on the lathe, is we'll make the handle out of a black plastic material.
Why is it sticking out?
Look, boom. Almost done. I can hand it over to Jim.
There are 4 electronic sensors around the bottom of the joystick. Each sensor is responsible for sending an electrical signal to the gantry, so the operator will have full control over where the claw moves. Press the red button and the claw is deployed.
This is a beautiful piece of work. Let's look at this.
The gantry system needs to be wired, and that alone is an overwhelming task. The team will use an electronic relay system to transfer the signals from the joystick to the gantry. When the machine is wired up, it will run from a standard household electrical outlet.
The sheet metal's going on. I should have the rest of this on tonight, so tomorrow we can start putting acrylic in and get that whole gantry mechanism up and in there. So, looks like we were behind and we're catching up.
I thought the guys I'm working with here might get a kick out of seeing what was typical of these in the 30s when they were real popular in the 1930s.
With the build in full swing, Jim Roller shares a little claw history.
Any of you guys want to see this old crane, the way they operated them back in the 30s? I brought this over to give you a little break here. You'd see these in hotel lobbies. Oh. Fine hotels had these in them, and you could see from the merchandise, they were they were geared up for adult travelers. All the skill that was involved in that day was to line it up side to side and then try to set that indicator. You'd put your coin in, and then it would run itself. You didn't get to do anything else. It's just gravity there is all that's involved, right. Exactly where it's going to go by itself. This is where, it's just like digging around and getting those plush toys loosed up. You get them loosed up, then you can get something. This is the heritage of what we're trying to do, and it looks pretty dinky and pretty little.
But I like it. It's beautiful.
It's pretty cute, ain't it?
Yeah.
This is a great treat, and an even greater treat would maybe see that thing being finished.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, man, you're a tough boss.
Let's get to work.
Tough boss, big friend.
All right. This here is the actual, when we're done and completed with this will be the housing for the joystick itself. So the joystick will pop out of this. This unit will actually weld or clamp to the front of the actual structure. And there you go, and the joystick will come out of the middle of it. Pretty good.
The team attaches the housing to the frame, and Gadget quickly installs the joystick. And as the day comes to an end, the crew is informed that Jim Roller is making an early exit.
Well, we used to say in the circus, the ringmaster, when the show is over, he used to say, all good things must come to an end, even the circus. Well, even the big build.
But no, I'm really impressed.
Well, I appreciate your kind words.
What
That's
you
very
brought
nice.
to this, you brought a history, you brought meaning to this. You know, you brought.
Well, that's what I hope to do, because you know, there's a lot to it.
Well, let's hear it for him, man.
Yeah.
Jim Roller.
That's really nice. Thanks a lot, Frank. First class here in this job.
You know that, huh?
I got a little surprise for you.
Yeah?
We rushed to get this done because I thought you might like to feel how this works.
Yeah, just give you an idea.
Oh, the joystick. Oh, man. Huh?
Try it.
Yeah, hold this.
Go ahead, big man. Take a look at that.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is my pride and joy here, right?
How's that feel? Does that feel like that?
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. Got the big red button and everything. Yep, that's a good one.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
All right.
That is a nice job work.
We wanted you to be the first.
Well, thank you. I'm on my way.
Next on Big, the clock is ticking, and the team's plan goes haywire.
So, CJ, where are we at?
I have no idea at this point.
The sun rises on day 5, and in order to set the world record, the team must pull together to get the giant claw game complete. First thing on the list is the prize chute.
We're getting the chute together right now. Gadget's gonna weld it up. He gave me some measurements he needed, so I cut out this 1x2 stock, 51 inches by 36, which will give us the drop from the floor down low enough to where the bottom of the chute is gonna be. We're not gonna make a chute where you've got an angle. Yeah, exactly. Gadget's grounding me right here, as you notice. He's gonna make sure
You got a good hold of
I
that?
got a good hold.
Okay.
Go. If the chute came down at a somewhat of an angle, we'd probably shoot some of these toys that are heavier out. So we should probably have a squared off one so they'll drop down and then they reach in and get what they want out, so.
Hi, I'm your prize for the day. You won me.
I'm prepping the gantry for going up into the box. So basically what we've done is we've taken the gantry apart into its components. So we're gonna take this frame that's over here and we're gonna put it up into the box for the claw game and weld that in, and then we can take this, set it down on top of the rails, hook back up our wires, hang the claw, and start getting everything working.
This is the claw.
The team grabs the gargantuan gantry frame and mounts it to the top of their 18.5-foot structure.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, now wait. We got limit switches on this end.
Over here.
No, this one.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. Hold on, it's gotta be centered back there.
The gantry frame is mounted, and the team installs the moving trolleys.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
We're on.
That's it.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
What's going on is CJ is up inside right now preparing to make the actual, we have a cable in there that it runs across, and the cable needs to be strapped down to the side, so Lisa needs to weld a bracket on there in which the cables can be strapped to. Gadget and I are going to be placing the windows in around it, bottom down.
Yeah, guide us in the groove on Eric's corner.
My corner needs to go in the groove
First.
I'm gonna go up like this. Hold up. Okay, it's got to go Gadget's way.
Rivet delivery. Thank you. Let me grab those.
To prevent the acrylic from cracking, Gadget uses a heavy-duty hand riveter to attach the sheets of glass to the frame.
They're upset that I'm obscuring the view of you.
Yes.
Oh. A couple of nicks in it, but
The acrylic is up, and the machine is ready for the claw.
It's gonna go, no, it goes right down to this knot.
The claw is powered by an onboard air compressor that's in the base of the structure.
all right. Those two will go
Take 'em
right
up
there.
there.
Tape them up together like that. Okay, cool.
A big claw game needs big stuffed animals, and Frank knows just where to get them.
Oh, what you got there? What you got? What you got? Bunnies? They match your shirt. Whoa. This is pretty cool. Hi, I'm Frank.
Hi, Frank. I'm Joe.
How many varieties of stuffed animals do you have?
Close to 2,000, 3,000.
Wait, 2,000 to 3,000 different types of stuffed animals?
Yes.
That's a lot of stuffed animals.
Yeah, it is.
Is that what you call them, stuffed animals?
Well, technical term is called plush.
Plush?
Because that's what everything's made out of, plush.
Okay. What are the eyes called?
Plastic.
You know what? I gotta tell you the truth. I'm dying to see these made. Can you take me in the back and show me?
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't make anything here. Everything's done in China or in Asia.
Why is that?
The materials, the cost, it's much cheaper to make it outside the U.S.
I'm looking for some big stuffed animals.
Okay.
Oh, I like this guy. I gotta have him. Well, this should be a start. Oh, man. Oh.
So cute. Look at his tail. Oh, this is cute.
With the deadline looming, CJ hits a snag with the electrical wiring.
If it doesn't start going, I'm gonna get up there and see what I can figure out is going on. So, CJ, where are we at?
It's possible that a wire got hooked up backwards or something. It doesn't seem like it because I marked everything pretty carefully, but I have no idea at this point.
Which relay is that?
I think that's X home. Nope, nope, nothing. Try a little harder.
You want me to get in there?
Yeah,
You like,
if you want.
If you're fried, I'll step in.
I'll take a step out. Got
Be a fresh pair of eyes.
I have it unplugged.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one. As soon as you plug it in, it moves. pushes the gadget in the window.
Okay, you ready?
The claw closes!
The team did it again. The Big Claw game is ready for its big test run.
So what do you guys think?
We did it.
Great guys. Great. High five. High five.
What's up with that?
It looks great.
So what do you think? Should we
tell Frank? Let's go tell Frank.
Yeah, he'll probably want to know.
Frank. Hey, big man, Frank! Hey, big guy!
Yeah. Hey, he's taking a nap. Hey, what?
We did it, dude.
Did what?
The claw. The claw.
It's done, dude.
I waited my entire life for this.
You want to check it out?
Here, you know what? I got some special things I want to put in there. This is amazing. Guess I have to go up those stairs.
Go do it, Frank. Go for that bike. Go do it. You can do it. Do it, boy.
I've been waiting a while for this.
Make a speech, Frank.
You know, I got concerned on this build because of electronics. You guys pulled it out. And I just want to thank you all right now for this amazing gift.
Let's hear it for Jim Roller.
Let's hear it for Jim Roller, yeah.
Holy moly.
Hopefully, all the work I did this week outside of here will pay off on this first time of ever using this giant, big claw machine. So I'm going to give it a shot now. All right.
Go, Frank.
All right, don't go too far.
Don't pick up the vacuum.
Right above my target, guys.
Come on, Frank.
There we go.
Come on, Frank. You better wiggle it over that target.
Do it.
Keep going all the way down there. Yeah.
Okay.
Now grab. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Today, I am a man.
So, Frank, where are we going with this thing? Where are we going? Come on.
I'm going to the San Diego State Fair.
Yeah.
After a little paint and polish, our claw game is ready for the scrutiny of Guinness World Records.
Hello, my name is Stuart Claxton. I'm a researcher for Guinness World Records.
Stuart Claxton, the official Guinness rep, examines every millimeter of the giant game. If he certifies it, it's in the book.
It's 10 feet wide, 18 feet, 9¼ inches.
Got it.
8 feet, 2 inches exactly. Okay, Frank. The dimensions of this claw game are that it's 18 feet, 9¼ inches tall.
Right.
It's 10 feet wide.
That it is.
And it's 8 feet, 2 inches deep.
Right.
Okay? We've got the largest claw game in the world. Now let's see if it's true.
Next on Big, the giant claw takes San Diego by storm. But will our giant machine make the record books?
Let's do it!
The San Diego County Fair. It's a big one, 5th largest in the United States, and the perfect location for the invasion of our Big Claw. people are lining up in droves to play the King Kong of claw games, and the team can't wait to see it in action.
It's huge, though. Oh my God!
Big claw.
It's a claw.
Oh, that claw is huge. Huge. Time to claw.
Are you ready to claw? Are you ready to claw? Are you ready to win? Let's do it!
You got it, buddy. Okay, gonna close out a zone. How's it feel to be the first winner?
Good.
It feels big, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let go. Oh! Oh! Oh, look what you got! I think he's bigger than you. That's good. You gotta get in line. Come on. There's a dog back over there. How do you feel? Sorry, let it go all the way down. Keep going. Come on!
Let go.
You have to do it upside down backwards with your eyes closed. That's not good to say to me. 5 minutes. Slow it down. Hey! Oh.
Everybody that played won.
Get your prize.
Frank made lots of new friends and gave away hundreds of toys.
You know, all the good stuff. What are you gonna do with it?
Don't know yet.
This is pretty amazing, you know, after all that work putting this thing together.
Unfortunately for Frank, he didn't beat the game that day. The Giant Claw took San Diego by storm, and the machine worked flawlessly. The Big Claw made a big impression. The machine worked flawlessly, but did the team accomplish their record-setting goal?
Okay, Frank. The dimensions of this claw game are that it's 18 feet 9 1/4 inches tall.
Right.
It's 10 feet wide.
That it is.
And it's 8 feet 2 inches deep.
Right.
What this means is that it gives me great pleasure to officially recognize this as a new Guinness World Record for the largest claw game.
All right.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, and I'll see you next week.